In the afternoon happy hour session, he wasn't that happy, so they made some changes, and so far today, it looks like they've made the right moves because he's running pretty well.
The 6th caution of the day is coming out. This one for Hut Strickland.
Looks like the engine's let go, Bob. A lot of smoke coming from the Hills Brothers car number 90.
And it looked like a big-time engine blow.
Hut was the fastest second-round qualifier.
All right, now next time they come by, they will complete 102 laps before they can fit. It will be 103. That just might take the fuel situation strategy out of the race today, because then the teams would only have to run them.
Fifth, and now Kenny Wallace and Mike Skinner. Oh, and Hut Strickland has a problem in the Donlavey car.
And he has smacked an outside wall hard.
And Rick Mast is also involved.
He hit the inside wall hard here, too.
I believe Rusty Wallace has a flat right front tire also.
Well, there's smoke coming from the car in any case.
If that's the case, is Rusty going to pit and take a penalty, or is he going to ride around the racetrack? Well, the others are coming into the pit, so our pit road is open.
Yeah,
so
right.
Hut Strickland is out of the car. He scampers and
boy, he hit that hard, didn't he?
And there is the flat right front on Rusty's car, John.
Dale Jarrett's in for a floor tire change. Work already completed on the rights. Now on the left sides. Just a little bit slow getting the car up in the air. He's in the very first pit. As you enter pit road, he is down and away. Jerry Punch.
Jeff Burton, half a pound of air pressure out of both rear tires. 1 round down on the track bar and 1 can of fuel. That's all. Bill Weber.
4 tires, no changes for Tony Stewart. First stop was 14.79. Another good stop, Earnhardt, then Rudd, then Skinner off that road.
Big concern, Rusty Wallace had cut a tire. Rusty had a little more time on pit road, and this smoking, simmering tire has been pulled here behind the wall. A big break for Rusty Wallace, apparently debris on the racetrack, and he was able to get the car in and get the tire changed under the caution flag. But they dodged the bullet here once again in the Miller Lite team.
Well, he stays on the lead lap, but loses a huge amount of track position. Here is Rick Mast on board. Becomes involved in an accident with Hut Strickland, bringing out the 3rd caution of the afternoon at Martinsville Speedway in Virginia.
Sliding. It's not that they're steering that close to the wall. There's a car in the wall.
Somebody in the wall. Mike Bliss, I believe it is. It is Bliss off turn 4. Caution is out.
That's the 2nd time this week that he's crashed nearly in the same spot through turns 3 and 4.
Looks like Hut Strickland got a piece of it as well as he comes down the pit lane with the left front torn up on his car. He's on the gas, just going to go straight through and try and stay on the lead lap, let the pace car pick up the field.
Terry Labonte was involved as well.
So caution is out, 5 laps in. It'll be 6 laps. Actually, it is 6 laps now as Nadeau comes to the stripe. There's the Labonte machine. Wonder if Labonte and Strickland got together in the aftermath.
Well, they got together while it was going on, coming off the 4th turn. That was just part of it.
Bliss started in 30th position. Strickland started in 36th. And Terry Labonte started in 40th. And a little piece of left rear fender damage on Steve Park's car also. So 4 cars involved in the accident that puts us under caution for the first time. Well, we told you about TBS No Brakes Racing. We'll do it right now. It's TBS No Brakes Racing continuing.
It's time to race on the Superstation.
Hey, NASCAR fans, TBSSuperstation.com puts you in the driver's seat for the UAW GM Quality 500. Log on during the race and choose from 6 exclusive in-car race feeds. Check out the high-speed racing games and go behind the scenes of Team TBS at number 75, Wally Donlenbach.
If you really want to know your NASCAR, log on to TBSSuperstation.com.
Well, folks, everything will be decided today.
If you want to win in today's world, you can't afford to go it alone.
It looks like the red team is a one-one.
It takes teamwork and training to win. Just like the winning team that builds quality cars and trucks on the assembly line. UAWGM. Assembly line to finish line. Teamwork wins.
Bob.
Claire.
Bob.
Claire.
Michael.
Michael.
Bob? Claire?
Want your own monster truck? You can win one during Napa's Monster Truck Giveaway, or win one of over 5,000 mini monster trucks. Plus, save on hundreds of items. Enter at a participating Napa Auto Parts store today.
Back at Charlotte, TBS No Brakes Racing continues under caution for the first time. 8 laps now into the 334 in today's UAW-GM Quality 500s. Take a look at what happened to put us under the caution from Dale Earnhardt's in-car camera.
Okay, right here, that's Andy Houston, and he gets into the back of Bliss there. As they start off the corner, he goes up the racetrack into the outside wall, spins around, and some other cars were collected as he came down the racetrack.
Terry Labonte and Steve Park, the other two involved. Now the aftermath. Watch Park there just on the right of your screen. It's just out of the frame.
Everybody's locking the brakes up, and it was a chain reaction. Several cars got together. Not any major damage to them, but some damage.
There's Andy Houston making his second Winston Cup start. Just got a Charlotte lesson. Some pit stops. You see Brett Bodine, Kenny Wallace, Darrell Waltrip, Kurt Busch on. Pit lane, Matt Kenseth has also been in under this caution flag. Jerry Nadeau is the early leader at Charlotte.
That was Hut Strickland. Caution's out for the 5th time today, and he pasted the wall. Earnhardt Jr. to bring the field around to caution. And it doesn't look as if anyone will get a lap back from Earnhardt.
We got about 6 cars that was almost fixing to go a lap down, and they're going to stay on the lead lap.
Ward Burton and Skinner, Kenseth.
Now Strickland coasted around right to his pit stall to make it easier to load that car on the truck.
I don't know. I think he's probably that's a hard lick in there. Imagine he wanted to get down there so somebody could help him get out of that thing.
The Calera, Alabama driver for Junie Donlavey.
If nothing else, it's absolutely knocked the wind out of him, and you can see him moving around in there, and he's going to be all right. But that was a hard lick.
I really don't think we'll see any cars on pit road, because remember, we
freed the car a little bit up from this morning's practice, and I think with the sun coming out, some of the grip's going away. And you know, we almost duplicated our lap. We run a 23 in practice, a 29 qualifying, so we didn't slow up as much as, say, Robert Presley and Jerry Nadeau did. So hopefully maybe we'll improve ourselves over where our practice speed was. But
so everybody was in a wind tunnel after these new rule changes. So a lot of change and a lot of adjusting, trying to adapt to those new rules.
All right, Mike Joy.
Thanks, Jeannie. Now, there's a contrast as Hut Strickland is on the speedway and Junie Donlavey's forward. You have one driver, Michael Waltrip, whose crew chief comes to him with a whole bunch of recommendations, and the driver says, I hope he's right. And then you have Rusty Wallace, who's out there with the tape measure measuring absolutely every change made on this, and he's right in on every decision.
Yeah, well, he's always been that way. He's a hands-on driver, hands-on guy. He likes to make his own calls. He likes to tell them what springs, shocks, sway bars, and whatever else he can tell them, he does.
So I got to ask Larry, which of those two types of drivers makes your job easier?
Well, I think if you could get a little of both worlds, that it certainly helps. And I've worked with drivers that had that ability to tell you what they thought, and that certainly helps your brain thrust to give you more thoughts. So I think if you can kind of have a combination, it's certainly a better program for you as a crew chief.
Did you ever have the big argument where instead of slinging springs under the car, you ended up slinging them at each other?
I can't say we ever got into that. There was times we thought about it, talked about it, but we were smart enough to go our separate ways till we could think about it.
Good deal.
Don't ask me that question.
I didn't, and I won't, because I like this seat.
Did you ever throw a spring at Hammond?
I threw a whole car at him. Take that car.
Hut Strickland's first lap, 53.647, 178.5. And the second lap picks him up to 26th. 180.649. At Daytona, completes the 43-car field.
Three drivers had to go home. Virginia and Hermie Sadler crashed on his second lap of qualifying. Buckshot Jones and Hut Strickland in Richmond native Junie Donlavey's car did not make the field. 400 laps. He's in 7th place.
7th place. What a great run for him. And I think Felipe Lopez can take a lot of pride in that performance, because ever since he's been over there, they have run a lot better.
The last top 10 for this car, August of 1999, 9th right here.
If you look down to our left there, all that smoke you see down there, that haze is Felipe Lopez.
He smoked him some cigarettes today, didn't he?
Guys, this is some good racing.
Love it. Watch this race for 5th to the line.
3 wide off turn 4, and Jeff Burton in that 99 following Hut Strickland in the 90 right in the middle.
The 99 is get in there and give him a little shove.
Oh, that's all it took to cost the 90 car 5th place. That little loss of momentum right there.
But look at the difference.
Just a nose.
Wow.
Just a nose.
And that's after 400 miles.
The 99 to 93, all those cars come across together.
Around at the end of qualifying here yesterday. Look at those who failed to qualify. Ron Hornaday and A.J. Foyt's car not here. Buckshot Jones ran really strong in practice, just didn't go when he needed it to in qualifying. He's among the 5 who will watch this race instead of being in it. 6 drivers attempted to qualify for the race but were unable to be in the field. There you see the list. Kyle Petty, Hut Strickland, Stacy Compton, the drivers who've been running every race on the series this year. That hurts.
We saw Labonte have his trouble on pit road.
Here's the reason we are under caution for the second time in the race. It involved Hut Strickland.
No damage there in the left rear bumper I noticed there. You think he got some help from the 8 car?
At this point, I'd be willing to say yes. Now, here's the real insulting part. He does a great job fighting it.
Just touched it. Just kissed the wall with the left front.
Just couldn't get it stopped. This will probably be incriminating, this view here.
Well, listen.
Stay up, stay up, stay up. Come on, come on, come on. Watch outside, watch outside.
Dave Blaney did beat the leader back to the caution flag. He's back on the lead lap. Hut Strickland getting his car worked on. He'll rejoin the chase well deep in the field. Back for the restart in a minute. Drivers who failed to qualify for tonight's race. Hermie Sadler had a local Richmond-based sponsor. The Virginia State Lottery it was, in fact. Big pressure on him. Wasn't able to get it in the show. Andy Houston